Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Jassy
And Jayla.
my daughter here again. We're just hanging out, talking about a lot of stuff. Since me and her, sometimes we have to have that, that time for us and connect because sometimes she gets so overwhelmed with school and like we're all in the same house, but we don't really get to talk because she's like constantly on, on the computer doing her homeschooling and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, tell them, what do you feel about homeschooling? Because it's your first year, literally.
Yeah. No. Well, because we did it in half year in ninth grade, but my gosh, I thought it was gonna be like the same. Well, I'm sophomore year already, and it is stressing. I'm not trying to like my mind specifically focus on school and school. I know they're like, oh, get your school, get your education, this and that, but to me, school is not important. I'm just gonna give it to you that way because. They're not they don't teach us about money. They just teach us how to grow up just to be an employee and get a job. That's we don't need school. A lot of people have disagreements about what we're saying. Everybody has different opinions, but I'm just saying that school is stressing. Just how many hours, and I love spending time with my mom, but I'm there at the computer until 12 o'clock, midnight, 1, maybe 2, and we never have the time to do that. So I hate that so much because it takes up, because we have a great bond, and I love it so much. I love how we have that connection. We just share it to everybody that we have, great mindset, because I want to help many people. Obviously, she wants to do the same thing. That's why we're so beautiful together.
But it's like, let me clear something up, because a lot of people do have that, like you said, they think about education like to the full. It's like there's parents that go, oh, my son's gonna go to the most prestigious colleges, universities, whatever. I mean, good for them, and that's awesome. Like I tell them, I was like, if you want to go to a great university, that's awesome. That's what I'm working for, so they can have what future they want, But what we're trying to say is, yeah, back then, the schools back then, years ago, was the same system. They teach you the same thing from years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years, 60. It's the same thing. And on one video that we saw, or it was at the book, that even the classrooms are still the same.
Oh yeah.
Like the chairs, the desks, they're still aligned the same. And they're just preparing our kids, our future generations, to be a good employee. They're preparing them. Okay, yeah, we need arithmetic or whatever and reading, writing. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not, they don't need that. Of course they do. They need to know how to write their names, because some parents can't do that all day teaching their kids,
Exactly.
And that's great. They're learning, they're communicating with other kids. But it shouldn't be the parents stressing their kids out more than what they're already stressed out. Studying, tests, quizzes, oh, I have to do that. For what? They're gonna be, they can get sick. Like they're like, just us as adults, we get stressed. When I used to work, I used to be so stressed because I hated doing what I was doing. I hated it. But at least I had, I started changing my mentality. That's why I think the way I think now. But so we're stressing them out. Oh, I need A's and B's. You need to graduate. You need to top of the class. I don't want no C's. I don't want no D's. And obviously we want them to strive the best that they can and be the best they can. But we're literally setting up our kids for failure. And not the good failure, because when you fail, you can, that's the only way you're going to succeed.
Exactly.
But they're not going to succeed in the real world, because the real world that we think we know is done. It's done, because first of all, there's no more, like I keep saying on my videos, there's no secure jobs. Everything's changing. Everything has changed. And a part that I'm telling her, she needs to start, learning from, okay, she's a student, but to be an entrepreneur. Exactly. An entrepreneur is not born. You learn to be an entrepreneur. You learn you have to have, not only education, how do you say it? Education in the school, like there's a word for that, like Robert Kiyosaki always says something like that, like traditional education, I guess you could say. So they need real life education, finances, financial education, business education, because they can go to business for school and they have a debt, and then the teacher who's teaching business doesn't even own a business. Exactly. How do you learn from somebody who doesn't have the experience, or they're doing what they're teaching? I mean, okay, so
sorry to interrupt you, but that's one of the books that I read, Robert Kiyosaki. He said, he basically said that there's fake teachers, fake money, fake assets. For the fake teachers, they don't even use what they teach. You can ask them, say, do you use the things that you're teaching right now? They will say no. The reason why, the thing they only care about is the paycheck. that's all the kids. They don't even care what the students do.
Some do, but
yeah, some I know.
It's not their fault that they're teaching them because they don't even know it themselves.
Exactly.
You know. But yeah. So, anyways, I wanted just to clear that up because a lot of parents example, like my family when they call us because they're in another state and they want to check up on us and all that, but they go. The only thing they can ask my kids, the only thing, and let's see if it's a weird family too, put in the comments below if this is what if you have family out of state or out of country, what is the first thing they ask their kids or their grandkids? How's school?
That's true.
Like because that's one thing they talk about is school or work. When I started my business, nobody was happy for me. Nobody was like, oh wow, that's awesome. No. When I told them I'm not working anymore, they were like, what? Oh, my dad, you didn't even know about my dad because my dad is the old school. Like he still work. He retired and he's still working. He retired about I would say almost a year now, and he's so obsessed or so brainwashed that he feels he needs to. The only way he's living is to work. Like there's nothing else but work. So when I tell him, Dad, I'm not working anymore. I don't need to work anymore. He goes, oh my God, but he's Hispanic, so when he talks in Spanish, it's more sarcastic and more like drama. So I felt like I was in a soap opera novela. He goes, how are you not gonna work? What are you gonna do? I'm like, Dad, I have a business. And he's like, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that a job isn't everything. To him it is because he was raised that way. His parents was teaching him, go to school, graduate, get good grades because you have to have a good job with benefits. Exactly. And that was his path. My mom told me this, I gotta do it. And it's not wrong. It's not. I mean, but back then, because back then there was more secure jobs and whatnot. But I'm not going to set up my kids for a failure. I'm not going to set them up to a world that doesn't even exist anymore. So parents, like seriously, you need to wake up. If you really, truly want your kids to have success in life and not only that, just really be able to live, read a damn book. No, it's the truth. Yeah, you need to read a damn book. Stop looking at the news. Stop looking at social media and what they think that, them telling you what you're supposed to do. They're trying to control you. That's another subject we're going to talk about right now because it's getting me really worried, especially for my kids. But read a damn book. Read a financial book. Read a personal development book. Because once you start thinking different, you're going to teach your kids different. If you see your parents sitting their ass watching TV all day, Netflix series all day, what do you think your kids are gonna do?
The exact same thing.
So that's a subject I'm always very passionate about because I know that I'm doing the right thing for my kids, and they're teaching their friends, and so we can have a better generation, a better future, because obviously they are our future, but we are setting them up to a world that, forget it, they're gonna be lost. So, and apart from that, also like what's going on in the world, what are we gonna do? Like I was seeing, like I don't want to bring up a series, but like I was talking about, I don't like series. I don't watch Netflix. Ask my daughter. I do not watch TV. I feel like I'm wasting my life, my time. But there is one that I did watch, and that was like a couple of nights ago. Oh my God, I loved it. Like I really. Do you remember the name of it?
No, I haven't watched it.
It's on Netflix. Barricade. I think it's called The Barricade. I don't know. In Spanish is different, so I don't know if that's how it is. But it's just basically what we're living now, like with a virus and what's going on with a virus. And I know, like that literally woke me up. I'm already awake. I already know what the hell's going on in the world. They want to control us. They want us. Look, we're already getting control with masks. Soon it's gonna be another curfew. Like you can't get out. You can't do this. So in that same movie, it was the same thing. They had to have their papers everywhere they went, their identification, like some that they got their shot, or I don't know. I honestly don't know because anyways, it still needs another season, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I would.
But so they literally have curfew. They can't talk to nobody that's not in their same like level of if they're high class or poor class, so they can't interact with people like that. They're in one zone, the rich people are in another zone. So that's what makes it crazy. They want to control you. Like they have everywhere's gates. They have to sanitize you from head to toe. You can't go anywhere. You're like a number, and they can literally just shoot you and nobody would say anything. I feel that that's what's gonna happen. This is my personal belief. I feel that we need to wake up and start planning what we're gonna do, because in some time, these years coming up, it's not gonna be good. there's going to be such chaos in this world that people don't know how to react to it. They don't know how to think and say, okay, let me do, that's why there's more violence, there's going to be more murders, and who knows what else. So what I'm planning to do, and I keep telling this to my fiance and my kids, I'm like, we need to get out of here. We need to buy land. That's what we're working on. We're going to buy land away from the city. You have to start planting your own food. There's going to be food shortage. I'm not just saying that I'm predicting something. It's just what's going to happen. This is going to happen. And there's not going to be no food. So that's why I teach my kids to fast, to eat healthier foods. Because what happens when your Burger King closes? What happens when your McDonald's closes, or your little latte? Because there's not going to be no food. You're going to go crazy. You're going to think you're going to die of hunger because you didn't eat for 2 hours. Because we're so accustomed to eat 4 or 5 meals, and then we snack in between, and we're like, we need it, we're going to die if we don't eat. No, you're not going to die. You need to start training your body to have more health, so we can fight off whatever disease is going to come our way. Because this virus is not the only one that's coming. This virus is already here, but this is not the only thing that's going to happen. So I feel like this is what so put in the comments below if you feel that you want to buy land too, that you want to be away from the city, because a lot of things are going to start happening. Yeah. A lot. So I want to start growing my food and my fruits, my vegetables, so I know that I'm getting organic stuff and it's good for my body. And you can't trust what you're buying at the stores. You can't trust, because they want to kill us. They want to eliminate a lot of people. They do. And it's hard to say that, because some people might think that I'm overreacting or that I'm crazy, but crazy people are the real people. Sorry to say.
They're telling the truth.
And I don't know. What do you feel about that part? Because I know you don't lie. Like that's the only thing I talk about.
Yeah, that's
it's like I'm a crazy person, but I know what I'm saying.
Exactly, and a lot of entrepreneurs, especially Ralph Smart, I watch him a lot, especially on Instagram. In the video that my mom was talking about, how he said that you need to buy your own land, grow your own food, because like I said, food becomes scarce. We don't know when, we don't know exact moment, but it's gonna happen. And I 100% believe her, because the world is already damaged as it already is now. But once we start getting more into the future, the world is just, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know everything that she just said is gonna happen, because how the humans are turning out right now, going against each other, being disgusting to each other, hurting each other. It's gonna be way worse once we get into our new generation. It's just scary, because the world is so overpopulated. The government is trying to do anything that they can just to kill one another, do this, all these hurricanes. I don't even think that's just normal. I think they're just controlling that.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with that, but sometimes I don't know. That's just
just
life.
Yeah.
But things happen. Yeah, we know things happen. I just feel like these years are coming. They're gonna start coming. It's not gonna be easy. So that's what I said. We need to keep our bodies strong, mentally, physically. I mean, we have to protect our brain. They can't take that away from you. They can't take your knowledge or everything you're putting in your mind that's useful, and it's gonna help you, and it's gonna give you plenty of years of more life if you don't have that information in your head. So protect your brain, protect what's in protect the information you're putting in your head. Stop looking at TV. Stop looking at the news. Half of that is just all fake. And update yourself if that's what you need. That I saw the news, I'm great now. Like, that's not good. So like I said, try to read books. I would love to share, if you guys put in the comments below what if you would like to know what kind of books you should start reading. My personal favorites are from Robert Kiyosaki, are from this guy, what's his name?
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, Tony Robbins, yeah. No, and what's his name? The one that goes...
Anik Single?
Yeah, Anik Single. He's pretty cool too. That's, for business, and like he just really teaches you how to have a better mindset, and check out her channel too. Yeah. With Jayla Aguilar.
Yeah.
I'll put her in the notes on the bottom. Yeah. She has awesome videos too, especially for like young people. She does raps. She does, obviously all positive. She, we're trying to include more of talking about God more, like a lot of people need God in their lives. A lot of people, not only they're lost because of they don't know what to do next, probably they lost their job, I don't know, but we all need God. These troubled times, you need God. You're not alone. You are not alone. You just have to seek him, and he's there. You know, just connect with him. And again, look at our videos. We're going to have a lot of more positive motivation stuff. And that's it. But we just want to talk about those two major things of education and buy land. And that's it. So guys, comment below if you have any questions or anything we said, if you connected with it, or, you know, if you have some doubt on what I said. I would love to hear your opinion. Remember, nobody's 100% on anything, and, you know, don't do or don't think the way I think. I'm just expressing myself. This is my channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to click on another video. I just spread what I feel, and, you know, I speak real. I don't, you know, I'm not faking anything. So this is the real me. This is my daughter. She, you know, I just want to be real and transparent so I can connect with those people who think like me. Exactly. So God bless. We love you, and keep coming back to our videos.